Okay, so far we've got the person to take off, land at the oil rig, pick up the boss, and they're heading home. Next thing, we might want to throw them a little bit of a curveball. And what we want to do there is turn around and make it to where they might need to go to an accident scene or something like that. So what we then do is, see here, we've got they leave a certain area in a certain amount of time, otherwise they fail. So we go say, and we might put a delay on the say 40 seconds. And then we make it to where the person is giving them details of an accident and requesting if they can go. One of the things you can do here, if you want, is right click here, FS10 action, and show menu prompt. Now what that'll permit you to do is to give the person the choice to either go to the accident or not. And you can make it, if they decide not to go to the accident, that they fail the mission because they're wimps, or whatever you want to do. So really you can make it in the one mission, you can make it to where they can say go to the oil rig and they have to make a choice between going to a boat fire or a car accident. If they choose to go to the car accident first, by the time they get back to the boat fire, the boat's completely burnt to the ground and everybody's gone. And whereas if they go to the boat first, they can rescue the people off the boat and then still have time to go back to the car accident. So it really can be as complex as you really want to do. We'll go into that a little bit more a little bit later. So you would create your text in here, whatever you want them to do. Can you go to a car accident? Car accident. Needless to say, you'd make it a little bit more lifelike than that, but I'm just trying to save a bit of time here. And you'd make a whole discussion before they do it. Next thing you might want to do is go and find out where you want to put your car accident. So we've gone for a bit of a fly, and not too far away, but far enough to make it to where it'd be worth a helicopter coming to rescue the person. There's a nice stretch of road here. And what you do is just simply turn around and add the scenery you want to add. Okay, so here we have where we've add scenery object, and we're going to go and choose something out of this library here, but as you can see, the model numbers, it's just a whole bunch of numbers. You'd have no idea what that is. What you can do is, once again, because we've got this highlighted, we can see what the object is. It's a house. That's really not going to fit nicely where we want. If you want, you bring that down. We'll just bring that up a little bit. And whoops. Make it to where we can actually see the object, and just click through and choose what you want. When you come across the thing that would suit you, there we go, one car accident. That's what we want. So we go and place, now we go and place that somewhere neatly like that. And then we add another AI scenery, ground vehicle, ambulance, yes, use plane position, and place that somewhere a little bit like that. Now we've got an accident that they need to sort of come and find. Now because of the fact that a lot of people aren't going to live in the same town you are, and a lot of people will try and use areas that they know, it's very easy to turn around and say, yeah, it's on such and such a highway, 3Ks past such and such turn off. Unfortunately, normal Joe Blow really isn't going to know where that is. So the best thing to do is, after this one here, so we'll click there, users should reach an area, and use plane position. Make it a bit larger because you're probably going to want the people to have to circle around, and 3,000 feet. That's now given a huge area around this accident. Just click that, just double shot. There we go. Now that's a big area. As you can see it there. So when they reach there, you can put in that that they can see the accident and where you want them to land. Now, one of the things that I've found is, especially with car accidents and that sort of stuff, you have a very large area that the person can land in. They could land here or here or here, and that's just going to be make life a bit harder, especially when you get a little bit better in your missions and you start making it to where the person can interact with other people. You might have the person in the stretcher actually move towards there. That's not good. You might want them to actually have to land inside a certain area. What you can do is add things like witches' hats and create, say, a little area where, say here, that they've cleared to make it to where they land. So put 4 witches' hats, they have to land inside the witches' hats. That makes life a bit easier. You can also put a crowd of people and all that sort of stuff, and if they don't land inside this area, well, they're not going to succeed in finishing the mission. So what you would then do, so like I say, put in your witches' hats, make it to where they land inside that area, very similar to what we did with the oil rig, and then they've successfully done that. Okay, just to save a bit of time, I've already placed a couple of objects here. I've already put a ambulance, police car and a fire truck in position. We've got a injured person, and if we go into here, see, we've got a it's just one of those days, isn't it? Okay. We've got a couple of ambulance people. Now what I've got here now, this is actually down as a general radio 01 in hazards, but it actually looks alright to be a beacon, and it has a flashing light that works well at night time. So we want to place 4 of those around where we want the person to land. An easy way to do this is to come in, highlight what you want, your general radio beacon, click this, copy, and then paste. And then all you need to do is just in here, move that one to where you want, then come back in here, paste again, move your next one, and then paste again, and there's your 4th. So you now have an area where they can come in to land supposedly safe. That's probably a little bit close to the accident scene there, but that's okay. Now we just then turn around, create a landing area. So user should land inside area, use plane position. It's going to be a little bit bigger than normal, and we want full stop. Now once again, move that to where it's around there. Now you can right click and sort of twist it around to whatever you want. It's a little bit big, so we might just go straight to 100. That should be pretty close. Yeah, that's pretty close. Give them a bit of leeway, I suppose. And we now have your landing area. Now another trick that you can do is, if all of a sudden you decide you want to go and have a look at say our boss man or something like that, you can click that. That's your hide area, hide object, so we'll go back up to our boss, click that, and you can click jump here. Now that will move your aircraft straight to where he is. One tip though, if you're going to start clicking on that, make sure you turn your crash avoidance off. Well, as soon as you go to move, when you're in free flight, it's going to state that your crashing is going to annoy you like anything, so make sure you turn that off. And once we come back for the next video, I'll do the final bits on finishing the mission.